Welcome back to the 100K pod. This is the Super Bowl special. Boys, it's good to be back. Welcome back to the Taylor Swift's favourite podcast. The show that thinks Jackson Mahomes' TikTok dances are kind of cute. The show that questions Red Rooster's marketing tactics. The show that can't trust the bar. The show that reckons the Gatorade showers are going to be yellow. The show that likes Brittany Mahomes more than Patrick does. And finally, the show that has the official inside word on Taylor Swift's first song, Third and Schlong. That is very funny, boys. This is a 100K podcast. I didn't read that until just then. Boys, welcome back. Jev, good to be here. How are you?
Oh, my God. It's good to be back in studio with the boys. Lads, what's the difference between light and hard?
I don't know.
I can sleep with a light on. Lewis, how are you, brother?
I'm fantastic. How long's it been? What's the last time I reckon, October it was, I think?
2023, yeah, November.
So the season previews, they've been a raging success. It's fucking good to be back in studio, and all this makes me think about is footy, to be honest.
Yeah, we've only got a couple of weeks, under a month now until officially we are kicking off. So we got March 7th. So we've got the Swans and the D's, and then we're back into full swing, pods every week, giving out winners left, right and centre. This is where you win cash.
Sort of.
No, you don't.
You just
Make sure you
us.
trust it. Now, before we get into, obviously, the Super Bowl special, I just want to touch back on, because I think it's really good to come full circle.
100%.
Now, I don't think we agreed on an actual punishment, but at the start of the season, we did an over-unders. I've gone through and calculated them.
Oh, here we go.
So there's 32 teams, yeah?
Do we all do it?
We all did. Me,
Yeah, right.
us, and Nida.
Yeah.
Right.
We all went through. So I did this the other night. So, Jev, there's 32 teams. You got 17 correct.
Yeah, I knew I had a fucking good season.
That's good. That's
Real
good.
good. That's real good.
Myself, 16.
Oh, so thank God I'm not last. Yeah,
It's
not
not a
bad.
crack.
16. That's half. That's what you're supposed to go.
Morgs, 15. And Twist, 16. So Morgs loses. So we're only one off from
24 hours at Macca's, is it?
So I don't know what. No, it was meant to be bowling, wasn't it? Until you get like
Score
a
of 300 or something.
score. I don't know what it is.
1,000 pins.
You got to score 1,000 pins.
Oh, you'd hate
Can
that.
I offset, though, by calling on that show that Bill Belichick would be fired by the end of the year?
Doesn't matter. That wasn't in the
It's a
over-under.
great
So
take, though.
I don't know what it is, but Morgs will be doing something.
I think it was 1,000 pins. I've written it down somewhere.
Boys, before we get into the multi, first touchdown scorer, who are you
So
taking?
the
on
big
your
Super
face.
Bowl, Chiefs San Fran in Vegas. I'm fucking pumped. Can't wait. We always have Monday off. We take Monday off every year.
a great
We just hang
bowl.
out with the
Yeah, we do.
With our mates. First touchdown scorer in every playoff game for the Chiefs this year. They've got the ball. The first time they've got the ball, they've gone down and scored points, and this is no different. Isaiah Pacheco is the lock of my life
Hell
for
yeah.
first touchdown score. I called it Odell Beckham
you
in the
did.
Rams Super Bowl. I called that. Can't remember who scored the first touchdown last year, but I didn't call it.
It was
But
Hurts rushing.
Hurts rushing. Nothing changes this year. First touchdown, Isaiah Pacheco. Pat's going to be super aggressive, throwing the ball straight away, setting the tone, but he'll throw, he'll pass, he'll throw his pass, and then Pacheco will just pump it in, take the 675, get your first touchdown scorer right. Pacheco, first touchdown. And then just on a side note, the last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl 4 years ago, first touchdown scorer was none other than Patrick bleeping Mahomes at 21-1 he is this time.
Hell yeah.
He hasn't scored a rushing TD all season this year. They don't rush him anywhere, so I'd probably stay away, but 21-1 is delicious. But give me Pacheco, Lou, your first touchdown scorer.
Yeah, so I've actually just gone a tight end here. I think it's going to be Kittle or Kelsey. It's just what I like. Kittle, I think if he's going to score, it's going to be the first one. He's probably no good for much more than 30 yards. And Kelsey, the man of the hour, we sort of have to look at him. I think you get about, $7 was it, Jeff, for Kelsey? Das.
$9.25 actually. for
$9.25.
Kelsey.
Have I stolen yours?
No, I've
Great.
gone Kittle at 13. I
There
just
you
think
go.
the bigs, they go in. So we're going
tight
big,
end.
bigs at either end, and then we're going Isaiah Pacheco to bump it in. All right, let's get into it. So the 100K pod, what is it? What we do, we get together every week. We use our smart big brains and we collectively get together, get our best legs, cook them in a pot, and then we try and get that to pay 10,000 to one. We put a tenner on it. But if you're only going a single game like that is Super Bowl, they only let you go 2,500. So look, yes, we have had to put $40 on this multi.
Don't have 40 on
but
this.
we are, and this is cashing. It's short, it's sweet, it's like your mum. All right, let's go. Jeff, kick us off. What is the first leg you got?
Last show.
Isaiah Pacheco anytime. Isaiah Pacheco over. I just
Oh,
said
yeah.
how bullish I on him scoring the first stud. Even if he doesn't score, I reckon he's scoring. The Chiefs are going to run the fucking ball. He scored in the fourth quarter against Miami in the first playoff, fourth quarter against the Bills in their playoff game, and then he had one before halftime against the Ravens. He is fucking scoring. And then his line is 67.5 rushing yards. That is not enough!
Jesus.
Not enough. 89
right.
against the Dolphins, 97 rushing yards against the Bills, 68 against the Ravens. He's going over 67.5. Isaiah Pacheco to score. They are locks. Lou, your favourite leagues.
Love how it rolls into your first touchdown scorer, as does mine. Kelsey anytime at $2.12 is just too good. I almost feel a little bit lazy putting this in because it's just that good of a league. You have to take it. He was injured all year. He was feeling sore. It was slow. He wasn't getting the yards and the production that he had in recent years. But his last two games, he had 11 receptions last week for 116 and a tud. And then he only had the 5 receptions the week before, but he had 2 touchdowns. He's absolutely built for this. And I reckon in the back of his head, he knows that he doesn't have as many as he would like to have left in the tank, I reckon.
Let's go.
He doesn't seem that old,
Yeah.
but his body is sore, and I reckon he's so primed for a $2.12 effort for Lou.
Is that $2.12?
Yeah.
What's he paying for 2?
Oh,
I like
that's
that
a great
2
shout.
now.
Well, I might compliment you a little bit here,
Please.
Morgs, but Travis Kelce's over, boys, is 72.5 at
all.
$1.88. That is not enough. This is unbelievable. In front of Taylor, in front of millions and millions in Las Vegas. What are we even talking about
No,
here,
it's a
boys?
good call.
In the Super Bowl, he averages 9 receptions and 85.5 yards. What are we even talking about? This is unbelievable against Baltimore when every single person knew where the ball was going. They couldn't stop him.
No, you're right.
He had the best game of his career.
11 receptions, 116 yards and a tud. What are we even talking about?
11 catches.
$1.88,
Longest
72 and a half, number 1, tight end, best in the game. Put it in your multi. Let's go. Jeff, what do we got?
Just a side note, Jeb and I said, can you imagine how big it would be if Taylor Swift was a halftime act?
Like, I reckon they've missed a trick with
A
Usher.
massive trick. Is Usher the biggest miss of the year?
I know, we'll see.
He's got 3 songs. Check
go.
in with that. Sorry, Jeb.
Patrick Mahomes over 26.5 rushing yards.
Run, boy, run.
Rushing
Yeah,
yards.
love it.
He had 44 in the Super Bowl last year against the Eagles. He had 33 in the Super Bowl against the Bucks. But there's some crazy stat, Dust. He actually ran for 497 yards against the Bucks, trying to avoid sacks and make shit happen. He ran for
Like
500
scramble.
Yeah.
yards scrambling behind the line of scrimmage.
Hectic.
And then the 2019 Super Bowl against San Fran, he had 29 rushing yards. All 3 of those are over 26.5. He gets it every time. He's going over 26.5. It's one of the most effective rushing QBs you'll ever see. When he decides to rush, he gets first downs.
Couldn't
he
agree
gets
more.
out of bounds. He makes shit happen. 26.5. It is probably my favorite bet of Super Bowl. Pat Mahomes over Lewis.
I love
go.
it. Now, if you've been following the show for a long time, you would know that I love to get in the weeds. And I like those weird ones that you probably didn't think of. And I reckon this is the one of this game. And it's MVS for over 20.5 receiving yards at $1.88. So it's under over. Been a lot of hate on MVS. A lot of drops this year. He's had 7 games under 10 receiving yards. He supposedly was their wide receiver 1 to start the year, you'd have to say,
Yeah.
before Rice emerged. So he's probably deserved the flack that he's got. You remember the game against Philly, Darcy probably cost him the game. He dropped that soda. We'll crowbar that in. But he just loves the 2 receptions. Just loves the 2. So his last 2 games had 2 receptions. He's had 38 in one and then 62 in the other. So they're just chunk plays over the top. It's all it needs. He could have it in 1 catch, probably 2. 20.5 receiving yards at $1.88. It's what makes the multi the multi.
It'll get done in 1 in the second half. He gets his chance. Mahomes gives him his chance. He just has to fucking catch it. Great leg, Lou.
I love that. All right, boys, listen up. Deebo Samuel. 58.5 yards, $1.88. We're going over. At any moment, Deebo can explode. Some huge receiving games this year. This is actually what he did, Jeff. He undid his zipper, pulled his nutsack out, and dipped them on the Giants. You know, he did 129 yards and a tud. He also did the exact same thing to Philly. 116 yards, 2 tuds, double dip, the Arabian goggles. And then also had 149 yards and a tud against the Sea Chickens. Had 89 last week against the Lions. You're telling me that Deebo can't get this in a fucking chunk play? I love this pick. 58.5 yards, boys. We're going over $1.88. Let's go. We're rolling.
We also
fucking
all
sensational.
fucking loved his longest reception line was 21.5, but we couldn't have his over and that in the multi.
That was the size of his knob, so it's just a lean.
Over 21.5 inches and over
It's a lean for Deebo.
That's just his knob.
Nah, I absolutely love him to explode. It'll take one little 5-yard catch that he just goes. He'll get over 21.5 and he will get that 57 or whatever it is. That's a locked ass. All right, I'm going back to the QB rushing yard well. And I'm going Brock Purdy over 12.5 rushing yards. He went over 12.5 4 times in the regular season. But in both playoff games this year, he's gone over both times. And he saw against Detroit, he had 48 rushing yards against Detroit. When the first or second read wasn't there, he'd look, not there, not there. He'd tuck and run. He's super athletic. Actually, we're getting $4 for him to have 25.
Get the fuck out of here.
$4 for him to have 25 rushing yards. He had 48 against Detroit. We're going to get to 100K somehow. We're taking Brock Purdy for 25 rushing yards at 4-1. Tuck and run, brother. Tuck and run.
Back to be dialing up the
Dialing
pressure.
up.
Get him going.
Yeah.
They got the best corners in the league, San Fran, and they're going to put blokes in to stop McCaffrey, stop the run. If it's not there, Brock, get under,
Tuck
get out
and
of
run.
bounds, tuck and run. He'll have 50, I reckon. Take the 25 at 4-1. It might be the best bet of the game, Lou.
4-1 is what we need. Give me the CMC anytime double into the 25 receiving yards. So he's recorded 6 receptions in each of the last 3 49ers games against an AFC opponent. It's a good stat, just the 4.5. Anytime touchdown scorer, he has scored at least 1 touchdown in each of his 6 previous postseason appearances. So not only does he win just win the regular season, basically, could be MVP, but he wins the postseason as well. He's just too good not to bet on at the moment. I love it so much that I almost wanted 2 touchdowns, like a Jev sort of leg, like a Brock Purdy 25, paying $4. I don't think we ever found out what it did pay for 2, but it's a sort of game he could easily have 2, but we just left it out, took the 1 into the 25 receiving. Love it.
He's scoring. It's been the best bet all year.
It is.
McCaffrey to score. Yep. It's the best bet in football.
It came into $1.27 at one point of the year. That's just unheard of.
It's $1.50 for the Super Bowl. Like, you have to take that.
Yeah, you do. And
Boys,
we have.
I'm taking another big tight end to score. I had him for the first one, so this could also hit if you double this up. But Kittle for any time, $2.95. He's big, he's white, he's full of Sprite. Absolutely love this pick. Boys, he's big. He's going to go up. He's going to go get it. He's going to celebrate thank you very much. Going to go over, tap his misses on the ass. He scores. Kittle anytime, $2.95. Jeff.
That's it. That's it for me.
Wow.
Just the 3 legs for me. What about you, Lou?
Yeah, that's it for me. Had the double. I'd love to talk about one that didn't get in, but I can do that afterwards.
So you guys crowbar me with the last one? Yes. I knew it because it's on my call sheet. CMC for 80 rushing yards, Jev.
Yep.
We're only going to put something in if he's averaged over. You know he's averaging? 81.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Averaging 81. You know what he had on the ground this year? 1,459 fucking yards.
He was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
This guy is primed. He's going to leave everything out there, even the rest of his hairline. I reckon he's 1 haircut away, Jeb, but he's going to leave it all out there.
Noticed it.
Christian McCaffrey. Crashing and bashing, stumbling and rumbling, scoring and boring. 80 rushing yards, $1.52. He's in.
Lions 91.5. He's all purposes 130.5. So we got 25 receiving, 80 rushing. We're well under it both. That cashes. And a tud.
Do you have another leg you wanted to mention? This isn't in the multi.
Yeah, this didn't get in, but this is just for the pundits at home. And I reckon we talked about it, but I wanted Pat Mahomes under 262.5. This will go to, I reckon, 265 because people just bet over because that's what we want to see in the Super Bowl. But you got to be smart about it. This is an interesting one. I don't want to fade Mahomes at all, but I reckon he can win the MVP whilst having under 262. So 32 out of the 57 Super Bowls had the QB win the MVP. But this is a different chase. He's protecting the ball. This postseason, he's only averaged 23 pass attempts in the playoffs. You compare it, Das, to 2019, where they beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. He had 37 pass attempts in the playoffs. That's 14 more per game. He's throwing a different sort of game plan at the moment. This year he's had 215, 241, and 262 on the dot. They're all under the 262.5. If you're looking for a stock and filler, Das, this might be the one. It's not in the 100K, but geez, you can use this.
Especially while everyone wants overs.
Of course we do.
Prices.
Do you watch? That'll be 265.5.
And you'll have 220,
come Monday.
2 cards, and a rushing.
Responsibly have 30 on it.
All right, boys. I'm going to get into the multi. So we've put $40 on the donger to win $100,040.
God, that'd be nice.
This is our most even I think we've ever got to the 100,000 mark. Now, we do have one more leg that we didn't mention, but that will be read out last. So here we go. This is the multi. This is what we're riding. This is what you guys will be riding as well. Pacheco to score. Pacheco over 67.5.
Yes.
Kelsey over 72.5.
Good bet.
MVS over 20.5 receiving yards.
Good bet.
Patrick Mahomes over 26.5 rushing yards.
Tick.
Debo over 58.5
Tick.
receiving yards. Kelsey to score. McCaffrey to score. Kittle to score. Purdy 25 rushing yards. Come
4
on,
to
that's a
1.
4 to 1.
Tick.
It's a massive
McCaffrey
leg.
25 alt receiving yards. McCaffrey 80 rushing yards. And we have one more leg on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Kansas City
Kansas
Chiefs
City money line.
head to head to win the fucking game.
We'll ride the Chiefs.
Who we got in this game and why? I'll go first. The Chiefs just fucking win, Das. I can't believe we're getting $2.10 for the better quarterback, the better defense, and the better head coach, and the better kicker. Like, Butker's such a better kicker than the rookie. He is nervous. Anyway, I know the 49ers have the talent and the Avengers, but I reckon Brock is going to crumble and make the back-breaking mistake. He's been average in the playoffs, and that's against the Lions and the Packers, who defense are ranked in the 20s. Now he goes up against the number 2 defense in the league. The Chiefs' defense is fucking lights out. Like they haven't had 30 scored on them once. They haven't had over 28 scored on them once this year. Take the under in this game. They haven't had 30. The Chiefs are winning 24-17. Lou, who do you like?
I love it as well. I've gone the Chiefs as well. We just cannot. We said at the start of the year, we all took him for MVP. He's not going to win the MVP, but it's a good bet until it's not, and it still is a good bet. The correct score, I want 27-20. I reckon if you are betting as well, you just bet Mahomes MVP. If you like the Chiefs, admittedly, we've put Chiefs money line in.
Yeah.
But to get more value, you get 240 for MVP Mahomes or 210 money line. He's going to win it if they win. It's not happening. He is winning. It's inside. It's not outside. Pacheco might win in the cold, but not this time.
Let's go.
Preseason prediction had the Chiefs to win. Why? Because they're the best. And nothing's changed. So I've gone a high-scoring game personally because this is what I want. I think it's going to be over, but then San Fran will score late and then they'll try and get an onside kick, but it won't work. Final score, Kansas City win 31-28.
Oh, here we go. It's a big
28,
score.
great game.
High scoring. MVP, I think you sort of went through it. Super Bowl MVP. We'll take Mahomes at $2.40. That's it.
Keep your
boring,
eyes
but-
on Chris Jones, Chiefs' best defensive player, pass rusher. 101 to 1 you're getting for him. It's worth $2, isn't it?
Is he 101 to 1?
101.
You know what's crazy? Aaron Donald was 13 to 1.
Yeah. And
When
he was
they played.
He was unbelievable.
It was either out of him or Cup. That was
Yeah.
very close.
So not bad for a few shillings from your nana.
The only one that I think it's a rare case where you can see someone else win it, but I can genuinely see CMC winning it. If he had two touchdowns,
he was my second pick.
right, well, he's $5. He's still a relatively big favourite. Purdy at $3, but he is definitely one where you can genuinely see a running back winning it if he has 2 tuds, 100 rushing yards and 40 receiving. And cheers.
All right, so what we're going to do, so that's the multi done now. Jeff put up a story. We're going to ask for some inputs, so some legs that you guys have written in, and then also Jeff's going to go through some of the novelty bets. I haven't read them all, so we're going to have a crack in. So make sure you keep watching or listening in because this is good shit.
So Bayside Plumbing said 49ers, put your house on it. He reckons 49ers are locks.
Does he have a house?
Jack Chatfield said the Chiefs money line, so he likes the Chiefs.
Hell yeah.
Here you go. Now we're getting some good legs. Josh Kavarik likes over 7.5 Taylor Swift sightings.
Easy.
How many-
Easy. She'll do that in the first
I don't know
half.
what the line is.
Lucas Farnback, Kelsey over receptions, easy cash. Wonder what he had 11 last week. I think it's about 7.5.
Yeah, I think it's 7.5.
He'll get that.
That's a good bet.
K-Love Lene, Brock over 10 rushing yards. We
Yeah,
absolutely
we love that.
We love
Yeah.
25 and K-Love also likes 49ers win. Don't love that. Stan Raguni
Oh,
says
yeah, Rags.
Mahomes passing yards under 262.5 at
we-
$1.88.
Yeah, we like him.
Luke Hamilton, 49ers money line. Another
Nah.
49ers winner.
A lot of 49ers like.
Kelsey over 70.5 receiving
Hell
yards.
yeah, he's
That's
in the
from
multi.
Peter Georgic.
Oh, yeah, Georgic.
Leo Simons, Swift over 6.5 times shown. So he likes everything. He's bumped it up his legs and he's gone to 7.5.
Yeah, must
and
be
then
a
our man Will McCormack. Brittany Mahomes to be next to Taylor Swift. First time she's on camera. 3 to 1 free money.
That is 100% she'll know.
Right,
That's good.
Yeah, so they are right. I've just went on to one of the betting agencies. Number of times Taylor Swift's shown is the line is 7.5.
Right.
Can I fade Usher?
We're building a Super Bowl novelties multi.
Here we go.
All right. Halftime show. What's the first?
Just us, because there's no one watching.
Yeah, exactly. What's at the end of the show? No. It's actually funny that Sportsbet have let you multi it. All right, start.
It is
Heads
right.
or tails?
Oh, my.
3, 2, 1.
Heads.
Tails. Tails, it is. Here we go. Tails. National anthem over 89.5 seconds or under 89.5 seconds.
Is this? It's Reba. Someone is
Reba.
that from the show Reba?
What show?
You know the show Reba used to be on Fox 8 after the
Was it
wrestling.
cooking show?
No, forget this. Over.
I think over. They want me time. Oh,
Over 89.5 seconds. Usher songs. Over under 8.5 songs.
Under.
No, I'll go over.
8.5.
I know he doesn't have many, but he's gonna. Is he not?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just like 2.
What's he
a
got?
minute.
DJ
No,
got us falling in love. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh,
Mine
my.
caught up.
no. I meant to say what you blokes are saying. He doesn't have enough songs. You're gonna have to sing the whole.
You have to do, yeah, like 7
It's
times.
yeah. It'd be like Chris Brown's version.
Under
yeah,
8.5.
times 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
The Gatorade colour. We like yellow.
We like yellow.
I've heard some
You
mail.
got $3.50 for orange, $3.50 for purple, $4 for yellow. That's the multi.
Can you multi these things up?
That's the multi. Tails national anthem over Usher under into yellow pays $38.50. We're having $1 on that on the 100K account. That wins.
Let's wrap this up. Put a bow on it. Put a goddamn bow
Where are
on
some
it.
other multis? Come
This has
on.
been a good one to blow the cobwebs out. I
Oh
feel.
Jesus!
Oh, no
no,
one's
not too
listening.
bad. Not too
I like
bad.
the Chiefs defense to score.
You
I
like
re-
that every game though.
Nah, I reckon he's
That's
going to
fair.
throw the crippling mistake. No, it is fair.
No,
But-
it's fair.
or a strip sack that like return fumble. Like the Chiefs defense is
Well, they
them.
scored last Super Bowl.
Yeah. Will
our last
Mahomes. Yeah. Fuck. This is it for us.
Oh fuck!
We're not going to make it to.
4 weeks to go till footy. We need to sharpen up.
Will Trav Kelsey propose to Taylor Swift if they win? Yes, 10-1. No, $7.
I'd have my life on that $7.
Who will mention Taylor Swift first? Jim Nance or Tony Romo?
Is Jim commentating the game?
Tony.
CBS. Tony.
Corona Tony's going to be smashed in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Oh, here we go, Jim.
Here we go, Jim.
Will Usher
Get his
perform
nuts
a
out.
Taylor Swift song during halftime?
I hope Usher has a good
Will
night's
Usher
rest.
get ushered off the stage? I
Yes.
hope so. Will Taylor Swift be shown on the camera during the Super Bowl halftime show?
Will Usher be in the showers after the game?
Swift songs commentary booth.
Sitting on the
bingo.
Lombardi.
Will Taylor Swift be shown on camera during the US national anthem?
Yes.
I'm gonna cut
No.
this.
What about Travis Kelce to win MVP and thank Taylor Swift in his speech? $17.
Imagine he's like, I got a ring. Now who's your ring, baby? Who's her ring? I like that. Alright, that's fuck. Super Bowl special.
Got so much editing to do.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Chiefs
Journey.
are the biggest certainties in Super Bowl history. We'll get $2.10.
Rams are gonna run the board next year. Let's go Chiefs.
How many days till AFL season? I think it's 28. because
28. By the time you listen to this, probably 25 if you don't listen to it.
Don't listen to this. Chile.
Hey, baby back ribs. Listen.